Hello everyone, I'm Stacy and this is the For Bricks and Giggles YouTube channel. Today I have an Avatar set. I have actually never seen Avatar and therefore I don't have the pronunciation for anything from the films. So rather than embarrass myself by mispronouncing them, I'm going to put the name of the set on the screen. This is set 75574 from 2022. So let's get started. Alright, so here we have the completed build. According to the box, this set is 1,212 pieces and comes with 4 minifigures. And first, I'd like to thank the wonderful Lego friend who gave me this set. I could not love it more. Avatar is one of those themes I've always heard mixed reviews about, and I feel like in most cases lean more towards negative than positive when it comes to Lego, and I really can't understand why. I have never seen the movies, I don't know anything about them, but from a design perspective alone, these sets are fantastic. The colors are unbelievable and the build was super fun. So I'll go ahead and show you the minifigures first. So the set does come with 4 minifigures and this very interesting horse-looking animal. Again, I don't know how to pronounce any of the names, so I will be writing them all on the screen. I am a huge fan of the Avatar minifigures. I know they're taller than standard minifigures. I personally have no problem with that because we already had shorter minifigures, so I don't see how it could be a problem to have taller than standard minifigures. And the patterns and colors are just gorgeous. I remember when I was a kid and these short minifigure legs came out, which I think was around 2002, so I would have been around 10 years old. I was absolutely obsessed with them. So I know if I were a kid in today's era of Lego, I would have been equally excited about the extra tall minifigures. The hair elements are beautiful as well. I like now how much extra detail you can get by adding things like tails or other elements in between the hips and the torso. That was a really great idea and I'm glad they've done that. The heads are also super unique. They're also larger than a normal minifigure head, and they have ears, which we don't see a ton of. I think we've seen some with like Lord of the Rings, Santa's elves, or something like that, but certainly not a ton of them. Usually classic minifigures don't really have ears, so it's always cool to get something interesting like that. And here we have the final minifigure. Again, the designs are beautiful. I have not been such a huge fan of minifigure torso designs, or leg patterns really either, since the Lord of the Rings sets came out about a decade ago. These are definitely some of the most beautifully designed patterns they've come up with in a really long time. And here we have the kind of horse-like animal I was talking about. This only comes in this set and one other set, which is another kind of larger set. But oddly enough, it's not currently super expensive. I think the cheapest one I saw on BrickLink in the US was $6, so not too bad. And a lot of the people that were selling them had multiple, so if you wanted to build an army of these guys, a lot of them had 3, 5, 10 of these, so they were obviously parting out sets in bulk. And I feel like in the future, unless they decide to continue making this animal, it will probably go up pretty drastically in price. Anything licensed seems to do that, so you might want to get one while they're still pretty affordable. So 4 beautiful minifigures and a really interesting and unique animal. Alright, as for the rest of the build, one thing I really like about this is the way it's broken down into sections. There are 4 instruction manuals, and so 4 kind of major sections for this set. So we have the tree, this kind of little floral section, this floral section, and then this gigantic animal build. I really appreciated that because I couldn't build this set all in one day and was able to break it down by individual build. And then I also didn't feel like I was kind of leaving an unfinished project at the end of each day. I would build one segment and it was complete, and then I could put it on pause and build more the next day and have a finished product at the end of each building session. So first up we have this little floral section here in the front. I love the magenta leafy elements there. They really went all out with the color scheme. There's a little bit of every color imaginable, including glow in the dark pieces, which are a personal favorite of mine, but most of these parts are somewhat movable and can be positioned to whichever direction you prefer. Then we have the most beautiful and fantastic tree, I think, in Lego history. I love love the way they used translucent pink antenna pieces for this tree. Gorgeous effect. Very simple building style and could be easily replicated with tons of different colors. Now that you can get these leafy pieces at the top here in all kinds of colors, I can only imagine alternative tree color and designs you could do in the same style. I'll have to look and see what other colors these vine pieces come in as well. That piece has been around forever. I don't even think I realized it was still in production, so it was really exciting to see it in this light lavender color. And then you have all these great growing vine pieces at the bottom in that light aqua color. Also beautiful. Again, most of the building style for this tree would be really easy to replicate, and I can only imagine what an entire forest would look like made in this building design. I'm gonna take the animal build off of this structure. So another beautifully designed organic nature structure. All of these pieces that look like little white crowns actually glow in the dark, so those are scattered throughout this area. It's unbelievable color. I also like the use of these translucent clear pieces to the side. Obviously, this structure looks best when you have the animal on top of it. If you wanted the animal displayed separately, you might leave some of these Technic pieces off the top here, so that way it kind of just ends with this rock-like structure at the top, but otherwise beautifully designed. I've seen so many of these pieces on Pick-a-Brick, and I could spend my entire life savings on Pick-a-Brick at this point. I just feel like it would be so fun to further build out the wilderness structures with all of this beautiful greenery and plant life. And then finally we have this amazing animal build. This guy is mostly made of Technic pieces and then these amazing plastic translucent parts. The head and jaw molds are really cool. I've never seen those before. I would assume they were made specifically for this set, but beautifully printed, and I love the contrasting blue with all of the other red, yellow, and orange parts throughout this build. Crazy wingspan for that guy though. So again, thank you to the person who sent me this set. It is absolutely fantastic. I really had the best time building this because I was able to break it down over several days and really just enjoy the build. I love the Avatar sets. I haven't heard any news on new ones coming out, but if you've heard of more being announced, definitely let me know. I think I'll definitely be trying to get a few more of the sets before they retire. Obviously, this is one of the largest ones, so if this one's not in your budget, the smaller ones are equally fantastic. I've gotten quite a few from the series, and I've loved all of them. So if you're looking to add one to your collection, you really can't go wrong no matter which one you pick. So if you've been considering any of the Avatar sets, I highly recommend them.